I mean, last night was eventful. Dan was there as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But it's like we go on a night out and then there's, like, not really any conversation between you two.
Ugh. No.
Well, did you go back to Dan's after?
No, like, went back to my room, but, like, a typical stupid girl and just too much to drink. I might have called him a few times. Such a div.
It's normal that you feel like this. Do you know what I mean? It's normal you coming in on a night out and calling him a few times because you're a girl. And, you know, as soon as... For me, as soon as I sleep with someone, I'm like an obsessive freak. Like, I can't help myself. That's just the way I am.
The thing is, right, I know the deal, he knows the deal. Like, we know that I'm really, really happy with keeping things how they are, like, keeping things just very, like, casual.
Even though you're both saying to each other, look, it's never going to be anything more, like, we're just friends, blah, 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 there's still little things happening, like, obviously, you went away, you enjoyed yourself in Ibiza. If he really didn't want you there, he should have said, Amber, like, this is just it. Do you know what I mean? But he obviously hasn't. So in your head, you're out there having fun together. But I think he don't realise that,
what
that it's making you upset.
Is when the only time I get upset is when it gets to a point where we do see each other too much, things do get too full on, and then we sort of, like, take a step back and it's like this has got too much, and then we stop speaking to each other, and then in my head I'm thinking, well, why are you going weird for, like? But then obviously there was, like, a time in Ibiza where I did get upset over something, and then he was like, why am I upset? There must be a reason why you're upset. It's just annoying because I didn't want to speak about it, I didn't want to get upset, I didn't want to, like, get upset about it.
You need to open up, I know, like, to him. Because he's not seeing this side of Amber. He's just seeing you going, yeah, it's fine, but, like, it can't be how it is. Because it just, people get hurt.
Yeah.
Guys, you are actually lucky that I'm standing in this nightclub right now because I nearly died earlier on safari.
Near-death experience, yeah?
It was just awful.
I thought you only do safaris, like, where there's, like, lions and stuff.
Exactly, Amber. I do not
So what
get...
animals did you see?
Nothing. A tree and a lake. But do you know what? It's nice to be having a drink with you. You know I love you too, and I'm just going to ask you straight, is there any way you can ever repair a friendship with Chloe Sims?
Right, I'll be completely honest.
You can talk to me on the level.
Chloe's been the one that's dragged it on, and I just feel like I didn't even do anything to upset her in the first place. She basically was saying things like that I was just some nasty girlfriend, but she ain't said nasty things when she's been for a break-up. We've split up because we've both had issues with each other. Like, it's nothing to do with you. If you want to be Pete's friend, when he's confiding in you about things, shut your mouth and don't tell me.
Yeah.
It is hard when you're friends and people in a relationship because obviously you give your opinion and then it's like, oh, it's just so awkward.
But she gave her opinion, and then when I actually, you know, come to speak to her to sort things out, she threw it back in my face. At the end of the day, people shouldn't get involved in someone's relationship. Because look where it's got, because me and Pete are back together now. Do you know what I mean? And then we're not talking to her.
I know it's awkward for people that are in the middle, but I'm not going to do that for other people's benefit if I don't feel ready to do it.
It's just a bit awkward,
I'd rather be awkward than fake.
Ams, gotta say something to you, like, I look at you and you look upset at the minute. This ain't nice for you to hear. Dan has said she openly puts it on a plate for me, but I don't want no more than that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what Dan's saying to you on the side,
of course.
but I just think you are such a beautiful girl.
Yeah, you are.
If you could wave a magic wand, would you want a relationship
No, but this is what
Dan?
this is what I've been saying. I said that I didn't from the start, and I feel like people think I'm not being truthful.
It's been going on for, like, a few months now, isn't it? So it don't matter who you are, when you start spending that amount of time with people, you're going to get feelings.
You know what, guys, like, I do have problems opening up, which we all know about, and I'm very, like, a closed book, and sometimes I don't get upset.
Don't get upset.
It's all right.
It's all right, Amber.
Like, it's normal.
We understand. Like, this must be really hard for you. You've been through a lot. You broke up with your ex. You've been seeing Dan for 4 months. What's going on is hurting you somewhere, Amber. And people can see that.
But this is why Dan's getting irritated.
Yeah.
I can see it. I see it when I'm out, because he's saying to you, I don't want any more. You're going, neither do I. But then he's thinking, well, what's going on then when she's calling you on a night out?
Yeah.
He's been in a relationship for years. He just don't want it.
Oh, hi. I'm we good.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm going to leave you guys to this.
You okay?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, good. I'm just a bit annoyed because I feel like there's been like little things that you've said.
What have I been cocky about?
I know it's like you speak with the boys and stuff. I don't know. It's just things I've heard. It doesn't.
Yeah, but Amber, the things that have happened recently are not normal things.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I'm not being
What, so I
cocky
rang you
about
after a
anything.
night out?
I'm not saying like...
No, but I rang you after a night out. The reason why I rang you is because I feel like I spent so much time with someone and then for us to just stop speaking, you know, it makes me think, what have I actually done that's to upset you? And it's not that I've done anything.
No, because when
but
these things happen, though, it's not like you ring me a couple of times. You ring me like 5, 6 times, and things like Ibiza as well, things like that.
What annoyed me about Ibiza, but you...
Adds up,
No, but can I just speak? Because what's annoying me about Ibiza is, like, you've said, like, I've never wanted her here, I never wanted her to stay here.
It was hard because I was out there with my mates, and my mates, and when your mates are gone, I found that hard because I felt like I had to use my responsibility.
No, I know, and there was flights that I was going to change to, and you guys were like, don't change
I know,
it to
but
that
listen,
flight. No, but irrelevant. No, but that's the thing. It's like those little details are what are making me into looking like I'm some crazy psycho person, and I'm not.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm not portraying as a crazy person. I didn't sit there and say I didn't want you there. I'm saying we was out there, your mates went home and you stayed. Then things happened.
As in, I missed the
certain
flight.
other people out there
Okay.
that I know, yeah? And then you got a little bit upset with things.
Yeah, and then you moaned at me to open up to
like
you.
that.
You moaned at me to get my head out of the sand. Yeah, but you can't say things like that.
This is what I'm saying to you now, what frustrates me about you. You bottle things up and you don't open up to me. You sit there getting upset and I go, what's the matter with you? And you go, nothing, nothing. When clearly there is something.
Is it not obvious?
Huh?
Is it not obvious?
I know, so talk to me then. It's what I've been saying all along to you, you nutter. It's got to a stage where it's built over time, where there has feelings have been caught, and you've not been honest about it, and that's why...
You said me to say, I'm not going to exactly say it to you, am I?
Calm down, stop getting upset, please. Listen, I like you, I like you. You know that. And when we're together, I enjoy spending time with you. But it's just a simple fact of it's the wrong time. At the moment, I'm so happy being single, I don't want anything to ruin that. And that's why it's when you're having these moments, that's what makes it seem like you're going a bit crazy. These crazy moments.
But the only time I go like that is because of what you do. It's when you go all weird and push me away. It gets to a point when we spend too many days in a row together and too many nights together, and then you wake up the next morning and then we don't speak for like 3 days, and I'm like, well, what have I done? And that's what makes me overthink things like any other girl would, thinking, what have I done to upset you? I never wanted this.
No, I know, and I never wanted this. Don't get upset. Do you know what I mean? Because listen, it's
This
wrong
is never,
here
you've hurt, just the way that I've heard that you've said certain things has hurt me.